Alright, coming back for the second part of the Python from Code Academy, the Battleship. And so starting off at 12 of 19, great job. Now we can handle both correct and incorrect guesses from the user. But now let's think a bit more about the miss condition. They can enter a guess that's off the board. They can guess a spot that's already guessed. And so we don't have anything in there to prevent them from doing that. So we want to kind of constrict what they can enter so that one, it's on the board, and two, they don't waste a guess on something that they've already guessed. Let's see. So we'll add these tests in our else condition. Let's build our first case now. This example checks whether x or y are outside those ranges. The / character just continues the if statement onto the next line. That's good to know. Add a new if statement that's nested underneath the else. Okay. So it's nested, so I'm assuming it's going to be in the else. So if, and like the example above, it should check if guess row is, let's see, not in the range of 5. If guess row is greater than 5, if guess row is greater than 5, or if guess column is greater than 5, well, what I want to do is print, oops, that's not even close to the ocean. Ooh, I kind of do need that to be a string. After your new if statement, add an else that contains your existing handler for incorrect guesses. Don't forget to indent the code. Okay. Ooh, what did I not do correctly? Indent. Now, I don't think this, to me, doesn't look right because, let's see, what is it? What rule is it? I guess it's a rule of non-redundancy, or redundancy. Is like, I've done this twice, this print statement for checking the board, and your existing handler for incorrect guesses. And so because I'm doing that twice, I don't like that. I'd like to only do it once because it's just extra code that I don't need, and I could probably simplify it a bit. But let's run it. We'll try it out. Oh boy, this is taking forever. Why? Use for not oops on the ocean. After your if new statement, add else means your existing handler for an incorrect guess. And so I guess this will be taking care of both missing the battleship and it being out of range. So it handles the guess that's off the board. They can guess the spot they've already guessed. I don't know if it takes care of that one, and they can just miss the ship. Connecting the Code Academy, huh? Why am I not connected? Maybe what I do is this. I'll just in case all my work gets deleted, I'm gonna refresh. See, now I'm connected because I've copied everything. Let's see, I should be able to do this. Okay, so just like that, I think my problem was I wasn't connected to Code Academy because I had this up and I was probably AFK for too long. This isn't indented. I don't know if that's not important. That should be all in the same line. If this is else, what? Invalid. Oh, well, wait. I know there's an indenting problem somewhere, I'm sure of it. Okay, so if else else 10 you've missed my battleship, list index out of range. Let's see. That's kind of the whole point, is that I want to do it out of range. Your handler, after your new if statement, add an else that contains your existing handler for incorrect guesses. It contains your existing handler. What's my existing handler? Where do I have incorrect? Anything about incorrect input? I'm just going to view the solution here. I don't have anything in my mind about. Okay, how is this a handler print? You missed my battleship. I'm going to run this and I do 10. Okay, so, oops, that's not even in the ocean. It doesn't do anything. This else statement ends. Let's rerun it again. Let's do 5 and 5. That's not even in the ocean. Maybe because it's 0 base, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is going to be out of the range. And so let's try 2. Let's try 2, 2, 2, 2. You missed my battleship. Okay, so then, so if I hit, it doesn't, it goes to this else. Else if row is not in range 5, or, oh, I guess my if statement was off, is not in range, it's in the range of 5. Okay, that makes sense. And so I guess I should say that they used if not in range. If my guess was not in the range of 5, or my guess of the column wasn't in the range of 5, print out, oops, that's not even in the ocean, and then it skips this else statement, and then that's where that ends. And so nothing else happens until right here where we print the board, or the updated board. Let's handle the second type of incorrect guess. The player already guessed the location. It was already guessed. Well, how do we know that a location was previously guessed? Add an else if to see the guessed location already has an X in it. Add an else if to see, okay. If it has a print, you guess the right one. And so I need an else if, so I know it's going to go in between if and an else if, and if, well, I guess this sells if my, write your code below. Let's see. What if I do it after this one? Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Else, yeah, else if, let's see, well, the location is else if equals X, then what I'd want it to do is print. You already guessed this one already. Maybe I just do the entire thing. The indenting on this is getting me every time. Let's see, 2, 2. So I guess that works. I mean, we only get to run it once, and so we don't really get to test this just yet. But it looks like here we're testing our conditions of the input, and so if it's right, then this. If we already have tried there, then this. Else, if it's not hit, or if it's not, or if it's not right. Let's see. If I didn't hit it, or if I did already place that hit there, then the only other places is that it's either not in range or it's missed. And so we have each of those in our bigger if else, and else statement. So we've tested those three conditions with those if, and else statements, and our nested statements inside those statements. Alright, congratulations, you have now a game of Battleship. It's fully functional for one guess. So here's going to be where we want multiple guesses and different kinds of incorrect guesses. This is time we stop and do some serious debugging. At the next step, we will move on and look at how to give the user 4 guesses to find the battleship. Thoroughly test your game. Make sure you try a variety of guesses and look for any errors in the syntax or logic of your program. And so we've already done a lot of that either in part 1 or this one, where we have tried to purposely mess up our own code and look for the insufficiencies for what we want it to behave like. And so I'm just going to run through this one. Oh, looks like we still have this. Interesting. In the range of 5. Huh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not in range. Why does this not print out? Why do I get a list index out of range error? That's a good thing to look up. Unfortunately, my level of caring has gone down, and I kind of just want to get this done. So I'm not going to try to make it absolutely perfect. I'm just going to make it work enough to be able to pass. You can successfully make one guess in Battleship, but we'd like the game to allow the player to make up to 4 guesses before they lose. So, let's see. Right now I'm just condensing the code to make it a little bit neater for my eyes, because we're getting a whole lot of coding in, a whole lot of coding statements. For turn in range 4, add a for loop that repeats the guessing for checking for a part for your game for 4 turns, like the example above. At the beginning of each turn, print turn +1 to let the player know what turn they are on. Independent everything that should be repeated. So we don't want it to be in, let's see, everything from here on should go in your for loop. Be sure to indent your 4 spaces. Where is my for loop? It's going to probably be in this function. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is set turn to 0. I don't have any for loops in here. Where would I want to put it? I guess we only have one for loop, right? So it'd have to be if else. it'd have to be in my 2 for loops that I have is either in this append, which is that's just setting up the game, so we don't want it there. So my next thought is, well, then I probably will want it in this 4 row and board. Let's see, no, not there. Where am I thinking? Where am I? Maybe I need to make a new one. Oh, add a for loop that repeats the guessing and checking part of your game for 4 turns, like the example above. For x, let's see, for turn in range 4, what I want to do is, okay, so then make a guess. Everything else should be in the for loop, right? Okay, then print. Oh, wow, they've made this very easy. Print turn plus 1. Be sure to indent in 4 spaces. One, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if there's possibly even easier way of going about this. Oh no. Tab. So everything's been indented. I guess my marker is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I lined everything else with that. All I did was I highlighted everything, and then I just hit tab for the indent. You missed my battleship. So now what if we try 2, 3? Congratulations, you sunk my battleship. And so now it's going to keep on running, though. And that's probably going to be one of the next steps we tackle. Because after the game ends and we win, we want that to be the ending of the game. If someone runs out of guesses without winning right now, the game just exits. It would be nice of them to know why. Since we only want this message to display if the user... Let's see. Since we want the message to display if the user guesses wrong on their last turn, we need to think about where to put it. We'll want to put it underneath the else. That accounts for our misses. Because if we miss... we want to print the message no matter what causes the miss. Since our turn variable starts at 0 and goes to 3, we want to end the game when turn equals to 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's 4 guesses, I guess. I thought they would get 5, but oh well. Add an if statement that checks to see if the user is out of guesses. So, I guess I'm going to be using everything should go inside your for loop. Everything is inside my for loop. That was what all that indenting was. So I'm going to go to misses. And I guess I'll do a for loop here. So, or the else that, okay, so yeah, so this accounts for the misses. That's what I want to hear. And then here it also says underneath the else that accounts for misses. So, in order to the location, put it after the if else statement that checks for the reason it was player missed. We want game over to print regardless of the reason. So we're doing it after, but we're not doing it nested within. So we are going to remove some indentation so that at the end of this if statement, it will print out that game over. And if turn equals to 4, wait, we want what, 3 because they get 4 4 tries. Print game over. Turn equals 3, print game over. Yep. No syntax error if turn is equal to. So we'll try 2 asking. So I guess that one is how many guesses I've used. 1 4 3 3. So this is our third and final. 1 4. Game over. Did you add your if? What the? No, I got the game over. The game over your game over message. Oh ho ho! What I'm thinking here is that we actually don't want to print that board if this is a game over. So I'm going to move this out. But how far out do we want it? Indentation, unexpected indent. Okay, well, let's see. What did I do to mess that up? Copy, cut. One. Let's see. 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4. Did you add your if statement if the game with the game over? Yeah, I did. I had it. I swear I had it right the first time. I had it right here. Oh well. Almost there, we can play Battleship, but if you notice that when you win, if you haven't already guessed 4 times, the program will ask you to enter another guess. What we'd rather have happen is for the program to end. It's no fun guessing if you know you've already sunk the Battleship. We can use the break command to get out of the for loop. Add the break underneath the win condition to end the loop after a win. I don't know what other condition is, what other things is needed, but break. 0 0 1. Yay! Almost done. Congratulations, you have a full functioning Battleship game. Played a couple times. Get your friends to try it out too. Don't forget to go back and remove the debugging output, which gives the location of the Battleship. If you want to take some time to clean up and document your code as well. Okay, so the only thing that I really care about at this point is taking out the debugging. Where is it? This where it lets me know ahead of time what I need to be, where it's at, and what I need to guess to be able to get it to be a win. Oh, that's not even in the ocean. I guess something that I would want to change in the future is that if we went outside the range, that you'd get another turn. So just thinking about how I could improve it in the future. Also, add on your Battleship program, make it more complex and fun to play. Here's some ideas in chat. Maybe you can think of some more. Make multiplayer, make multiple battleships. So then it'd be something like if it overlaps, don't put there. And then maybe you retry a random, another random input. Make battleships of different sizes. 2-player game. Use functions to allow your game to have more features like rematches, statistics, and more. So that's getting real complex about it all, but that would be definitely a large improvement to the simple game, and it would be a really good experience to do all that, because it's going to take critical thinking about what you're doing and a deeper understanding about the code that we have just written. But that should be it for the Python 2 Battleship lesson in Code Academy.